One of the things that just about every business struggles with is launching a new idea. Now, typically, the person that thinks the idea up is one of those creator type profiles, the type of guy or girl that just has ideas popping out everywhere. The big issue and challenge with that is they're not the right person to take the idea from the conceptual stage to market, to selling that business. And every business needs the concept of, once it has hit critical mass, it's time for a sale, to profit, and to continue with the next great idea. So what I thought I'd put together today is some of the strategies that I have learned from experience with previous startups to help you gain an advantage in going to market in the best possible way. And it's important to say that there needs to be some pretty clear principles in how you deal with both the concept, the business, as well as the people that you're interacting with. So one, always think team. Just because it's your idea doesn't mean that you have total ownership. And I say that because the seed is just that. Without the right ingredients, it's going nowhere. So be prepared and be okay with sharing your concepts, your values, and more importantly, the gain and profit from the one concept idea that we're going to talk about here. So be very committed to sharing. And as well as that, more importantly, transparency. Transparency in everything that you do and every interaction. You remain true and straight in relation to principles with other people. So this is all about right people, right position, and the right timing, so you can gain proper marketability and higher profits. So taking a new idea from woe to go. So let's go. So the concept. Someone's dreamt this up, and the concept is probably a one-sentence evaluation of, oh, geez, this is great. So you've created the concept. Have you actually made a list of all the components that make it up? And this allows you to get clarity, get very, very clear on what you think are the grounding foundational principles of your idea. So list them out. Be very, and this is about everything in life, clarity. So, and it could be as short as half a dozen key principles. It might be a complicated concept that takes some time to get through to people. So get clear. When you've got your list, you're in a much better position to explain, and you're going to need to explain to both yourself as well as other people, because other people are going to team with you. Other people are going to potentially buy your product. So having clarity and getting objective opinions from trusted advisors, be that your wife is probably a really good one, or your partner, and then just friends and family. Just canvas people And when you canvass with transparency and objectivity, the feedback you're going to get is going to be invaluable. That will enable you to decide whether your idea, whether your concept has legs. There's probably a lot of ideas out there that have no market. So being able to take that into people that are going to be honest with you will help you to decide whether there's some value and benefit to other people from your idea. So the next step is, okay, no money is down on the table, we're moving forward. So we've got feedback to suggest that it's got legs, so let's brainstorm. And the best people to probably brainstorm are those that you know that share similar values or similar history. Peer network evaluation. So again, still no money down, we're just tapping people that we know. That enables you to add new concepts or fine-tune some of the broad principles that you've got on your previous creativity list. So again, we're still moving down the road towards, righto, yep, let's move. Does the feedback and the new concepts that have been added in still make sense to you? And indeed, does it still make sense to the people in your peer group? So again, all along the way, we're just checking ourselves. Really, everything in life is test and measure. Test something either internally or in the market. Does it still make sense? If not, put it aside and modify. So now we've got a more refined, more honed list of your concept. So okay, so maybe this is just a matter of going to a survey site, sampling people that you don't know. So, and why is that? Because people need to make a decision, and that's Joe Bloggs that you don't know, needs to make a decision as to whether your concept actually has true market value. So a survey, and there are a ton of survey and poll websites that you can actually get feedback from people that you don't know. So we're just kind of taking it, we're exploring the concept even more to a more wider community, and these are people that from different backgrounds, people from different cultures, and all of these nuances will enable you to get now a broader understanding of marketability for your concept. And off the back of the survey or the poll, you could put in a broad pricing estimation. So what are we doing here? We're getting a much broader cultural feedback, and we're talking about male-female, so genders is equally important. From the survey's results, again, it's a test and measure. So something that I would strongly suggest that you put or involve into your survey for your test pile or your sampling base is some price brackets. So what do you, and look, I understand we'd all like to sell our next widget idea for $500 each, what have you. It may only be worth $10. So put in some broad categories and get some feedback as to the type of pricing model or the pricing area that the market is willing or thinks that they're willing to pay for it. And that's going to be kind of valuable in some of the next steps that we talk about. Up to this point, you may very well be lost, and why I say that is because each one of us has a set of values and a way of thinking. We are good at some things, we are absolutely rubbish at others. And this is why I go back to the first, to the pink bubble up there, think team. You're good at stuff. However, some of the later stages or the next stages just aren't your forte. So, and that's why some of the next stages may appear to you to be overwhelming, and you'll get lost and you'll stall. So first of all, in your own perceptions, do the pricing feedback from your sample study, do the figures stack up that it's likely to be a successful product? And you can make a decision then on whether it's a go, to proceed, or whether you need to kind of reconsider that concept as opposed to another. And that's fine. Be very okay that one idea may not be the path you need to take. So be okay to put it on hold, put it on the back burner, or just put it back on the shelf. There's always other ideas. There's never a new idea. There are modifications or new principles, or if there's a new market or what have you. So here's where we make a decision as to whether we move forward with the next stage, or we need to go back to the conceptualization. And bear in mind, this is fantastic, because we've got a lot of feedback. No money or very, very little time has been put on the table, so the loss is quite negligible. So the next stage is all about branding, or the people on your team that will look at your product and say, oh wow, that's really good, and I want to be part of that. I want to publicise and tell others about this great widget. And that's what the next stage is all about. So stay tuned for the next video, the next blog. That is about the right people in the right place for branding, publication from themselves, and marketing. So till next time, thanks very much.